All right, we made it up to the mountains and we're digging for gold today. It's a little different today. We're actually in a river and digging for gold. So we're double teaming this box today. I'm gonna give James the gold. I don't want it, unless there's a lot.
I put all the work in it, so it's all right.
All the work, one bucket. Is that gold right there? That might be.
Oh, right there?
Right there.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yep. All right. See, I told you, man.
I hope so. It looks like it in the camera.
Yeah, it is. I can see it from here.
That one right there?
Yeah, it's right there. I can see it from
Oh,
here.
that one.
Oh, yeah, she's shiny.
All right. So we're up to a decent start, I guess. Let's keep going and see what happens.
If not, you're going to dig over there, too.
Look at this little sluice box. Whoops, sorry. I shouldn't step in front of the box like that. Look at that tiny thing. It's about as big as a shoe. Look at the shoe right there. That's pretty funny. But it works. You could just look at the little riffles. They're pretty cool. I can't run a small one, but if he can, that's good.
Yeah. So this hole.
All right, here's our setup. I'm not going to tell you guys where the hole is. But there's a bunch of holes around here anyways. We've been digging in this for years. That kind of gives a hint.
There's gold everywhere.
Yeah, there's gold everywhere here. It's not like we're giving up anything. And there's plenty of dirt to dig. Yeah, so this is our setup. I'm shaking it, he's digging it, and I'm falling behind because I'm filming. All right, second bucket. So what we're gonna do here is see if that first piece we found is still there. Then we know it's gold for sure. If it stays there, and I see it already. So, yeah. It's still there, it's right in the center of the screen. The yellow piece. Can't tell on camera hardly, but I can see it. And I see one there. So I was hoping for one more, and I think we got one.
Yep.
That looks yellow also.
Yep.
The rest pretty much cleared out. Now that's not to say there's going to be nuggets and stuff down here, like little pieces like that. But some of it just goes real fast and it just goes down. But this will catch it too. So we're on our way. If we do like 100 more of those, we might get a quarter of a gram. Let's keep going. All right, remember that tiny sluice box I showed you? Look, I think it caught gold. Look on the camera. Kind of looks white. See it? Yeah. Can you see it on the camera though?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks just white.
Yeah. Might not be. Check the other ones. That might be gold. I don't know. We'll see.
It looks like gold from here.
We'll see when he cleans out.
Yeah, it looks like gold from here.
All right, so I got in there and dug the whole this whole bucket I dug. See if there's any better results. I moved a big old boulder. See if there was anything under it. A lot of leaves coming down. I'll show you guys after I run it. All right, I ran a little bit of the bucket, but I already see 2 more pieces of gold. So at least one. That's right there at the edge of the box, actually. I thought I saw 2. Sometimes they're not gold, they're just something stuck in there, yellow, you know, and then it blows away. But if that stays there, it's gold. So let's see if we get any more. See if moving that big rock helped. All right, James threw some more dirt in there. So that one bucket was added to, but it's 2 little pieces there, 2 little pieces there, 1 piece up there, the other one's a rock. There is some little stuff in here. You can see it. There's a little piece right there. Just small stuff, you know. But other than that, we're gonna keep going and see how much we can get. But we got gold today, so that's good. All right. I freed up that rock. It was stuck in there. And I freed that one. It was stuck on top of that one. And now I'm going to run the dirt. It's not very much. That was under that rock. So there's a big, massive boulder right there. And it's just, who knows how big it is. But when you start running into those and you get below one and you see another one next to it, that's when you start finding nuggets. So, but to get that to that point, I'd have to knock this whole hole down everywhere around here and make it safe. I'm not going to dig straight down. I probably won't be able to because of big boulders. Unless I have a come along or something. I wouldn't want to anyways with this hanging over me. No thank you. I do not want to get trampled by rocks ever. Getting buried sucks. It's happened to me at the beach before, and that's just sand. Imagine this stuff. Oh God. Getting pounded first by rocks. Boom, boom, boom. So just standing down there. So when we started out, it was pretty safe. Now it's getting to the point, not so safe anymore. Probably should break down the sides. So we're just getting what little we can out of there. And well, let's run this bucket and see if there's any gold in it. I think the sluice box is freed up. Hey, we made it back to the sluice box. Here, look, you can see the trail of how much dirt we ran compared to the rest of the river. You can just tell. See, it looks like that. This is all our stuff. Right here. A leaf got in there. I hate those leaves. Anyway, see how it runs? Dirt just goes right on down, right across that trail. Pretty cool. So, I think it's okay to leave a leaf like that in there because right behind it, you'll see that stuff gets stuck right there. That's right by the gold too. So let's move it and see what happens. The gold's still there, but the leaf is gone. There's another leaf. Yeah, these leaves are everywhere. Anyways, keep running this bucket. One-handed. Fun stuff. All the good stuff's on the bottom. I went ahead and put some more dirt in there from the hole. But it wasn't quality dirt. It was just overburden, as they call it. Anyways, back to it. I was just hiking around and found this. Does look like there was something, somebody wrote something like, I can't make it out. I wish I could, because it would kind of give me an age maybe if they wrote like a date. And get an age. So I think there's actually wrote something all the way. I see a B right there. B, B, B. I don't know. I don't know what this was. Something lives in there. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. Just hiking around. I think I found somebody's tent. I gotta be careful. It wasn't a tent, it was a giant rock. That was weird. Let's go up there. I've never been up this high. I've been hiking all through here though. All through this area. I've metal detected it, everything. I was noticing that little rock slide there, that's why I came up here. So we had fires up here recently, and well, you just never know what you're gonna find. So I'm gonna go check by that big rock. Looks like somebody's been digging around it. See a bunch of little rocks. I'll turn the camera. I can't film and walk because there's other stuff all over the ground. Interesting up here though. This does look like a tailings pile. Kinda. No, this is probably just washed down from up there. All this. That does look like tailings though, but I don't know. Something happened over here. They were digging or something. Like right in here. Alright, I'll turn the camera on because I gotta climb through this stuff kinda. Well, I made it over by this big rock here. Here it is. And look at those trees, look beautiful. Beautiful, and they didn't burn in the fire. This one probably did. Or it might just be dead, I don't know. Anyways, these do look like, these rocks look like they're from, like somebody digging. But I have a feeling this is from a long time ago. But look how there's rocks in the trees. Like somebody was just throwing them and throwing them. So that could be an old bush, I guess. Yeah, this might be from ancient times. I saw old can, stuff like that. There's a fire right there. So I think the fire did come here though. But yeah, there's piles. I'm walking on a big pile of rocks right now. So I could do some rock hounding. Ooh, this looks interesting. Let's take a look. Looks like somebody broke it already. Some really white quartz. Huh. Here's another piece of it. Like somebody already broke it. So people do come up here. Well, obviously they're like me, they want to explore. So it looks like it was dug out right here. It's almost like the boulder came down right here and then they put it right here. But who's gonna move a boulder like that? I don't think so. But this dirt was definitely messed with. I don't know what was going on up here. So the town, see these palm trees, that's where the town was, I guess. Or some house buildings were there. Old buildings, and they got flooded out in the river. And I'm sure that this is from them. Whatever they were doing, they were probably doing it over here. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Like you can see in the river, like they used to make little dams and all kinds of stuff. There's some old pottery. I doubt that's old. Some new pottery, but I don't know what it's doing up here. That's kind of weird. What if it was old though? Huh. I don't think it would look like that. Yeah, so there might have been a mine here. Who knows? Who knows? The hole could have been here. This looks like it probably would have been dug into. And then they brought out all these rocks. That's probably what it was. That's why this looks like, this area looks like this. Because this is like in the center of where the rocks are. So what they do is fill in the mines so nobody gets hurt, to make them safe. Yeah, because I'm like in this weird spot here. There's a hill there, it shouldn't be there. All around here, this is all filled in with this stuff. And I'll turn the camera back on if I see anything cool, but as of right now, it's not that cool. Except I've never been here before. And there's that big rock. There's the road, car going by, truck. I've never seen it from this angle. So there's the bridge. But yeah, there's piles of rocks still. These have got to be piles of rocks. I mean, maybe not, but I think they are. Well, there's a lot of mining going up here. So what I'm standing on right now is like a mound, a big mound. It goes all the way down to where those other rocks are. And just it's like they don't belong. I think when the flood happened, it changed everything. Anyways, I'm not going to sit here and try to explain it when I'm just trying to figure it out myself. I'm going to go ahead and hike down to the river and hike my way back. It looks like I can get down through here maybe. But interesting. I got to do this more often. See an old piece of metal. But so yeah, something was going on up here. Would be interesting to know the history of a lot of things, not just this. Other people has been up here. See these rocks? They put them. Somebody put those rocks there. They were checking them. All right, let's keep going. Hey, there's me. All right, this is really cool, actually. So I could walk right down to that big rock and walk down that rock. Pretty sure. I'll just leave you guys on. If I don't make it, you guys will know firsthand. Wow, the river looks so beautiful right now. It looks extremely beautiful. Okay, we're standing on that big rock. The river goes up that way. Look how beautiful. It's just so clear. It's like fresh snow. Snow water probably. Mixed in with spring water. Wow, it better not fall. It's actually a fall. Didn't realize I was standing on the cliff. Hey look, there's me again. Hello, me. He waved at me. That's good enough. I waved at me. There's the bridge. In case you're ever up here and want to do this hike. Not much of a hike. But this is a lot more straight down than it looked like from up there. But I can make it. If I walk on the edge, maybe. Should I leave the camera on and do it? Oh, God, I'm scared. Oh, God. I mean, look at how I'm standing. Whoa. Jeez, I can barely hold myself back. Okay, we made it. Let's see what it looks like from this way. Oh, nothing. Just a wall. Yeah, we were walking right by the edge. There's some pretty flowers down there. So if I would have died, I would have had flowers right there. Nobody had to bring flowers. Yeah, very interesting up there. That's to say the least. I think they were just digging in. Here, let's just go down here. Here, I'll turn you guys back on. All right, I don't know why I'm even giving you guys this information. It's kind of useless. But there's a big hill right here. I think, from the looks of it, they were digging on the other side of this hill and just getting all the flood gold out of there. Because if this is all from the river, this whole hill probably is not a real hill. It's just stuff that has blown out over the years, like millions of years. And if you dig into it, there's probably gold all over in through that hill there. And that's what they were doing back in the day. Yep. Because if you dig into that hill, it's just going to be dirt. Dig into that one, it's going to be river rock, all river rock. So that's what I think, because we're digging in one like that, but we're digging down closer to the river. So basically this is the one we're digging in. There's a hill right here. And that each time it's like a level down, and then you get level down to the river. It's like the Grand Canyon, you know? a million years ago, that was at level. Now it's not. Huh. And I have a feeling that's the story, and I'm sticking to it because we don't have time for another story. All right. And there's the bridge again. You kind of see it. All right, I'm gonna go back to the camp where we're camped out at, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't need to dig. I'm giving the gold away, letting James take it. I don't want the gold. I got another place to dig. I don't know if I want to dig there though. It's very little gold for a lot of digging, to say the least. But what I would like to do, dig right into this hill. Looks like somebody started doing that right there. Actually, would like to know the results. I can see their tellings right here. You can always tell when people have been digging by the rocks. Like a bunch of little rocks and then a bunch of big rocks right here, you know. Somebody was digging right here. And I think they were digging right there. There's big rocks right below it. And then a bunch of little rocks. Anyways, it'd be nice to know if they got gold out of there. Maybe we will do that. 'Cause I've been looking for a spot like this to try. Just get in there and just start digging for a couple days. All right, I mentioned the old timers used to build stuff by the river and stuff. So here's what I meant by they build dams and stuff. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like cages of rocks, but that looks like 80s or 70s. Who knows? That's not 1800s, that's for sure. So maybe there was a bunch of stuff going on in more recent times also. I like the old stuff. I like checking out the old sites and stuff, you know. Anyways, yeah, there's a bunch of these little dams. I don't know why they made these. Probably just to slow the river down. Who knows? Maybe it was before they put in lakes. I don't know. Let's keep going. That rock's looking yellow. All right, back from the hike. I got back, and the guy with the little sluice box, that little tiny one, he got the biggest nugget so far. Well, biggest piece of gold so far. I won't call it a nugget, but yeah, pretty cool. I said I was going to try to move that rock out for them. Let's see if I can do it. They put that rock over there. So James is probably getting gold from right here now. Over here, he told me. So, yeah. So really just probably do all this whole area here and not worry about the sides. And there's probably plenty of gold there. Oh, it looks like the side caved in a little. Wow. All right. I'm going to try to move that rock, see if I can move it. All right. So I'm going to sample a spot right here. I just busted out a couple big rocks and got a pan. Dirt doesn't look very good, but let's pan it out and see if there's anything in there. That's not the hole we're digging in. This is just a bank right here. And, well, I have a feeling there's gold there, but probably not much. I was walking along and I saw this. I already found it earlier. But just thought I'd show it to you guys. That thing's been in the river for a while. Wow. Oh, it looks like it's homemade. Made out of somebody's roof or something, you know, that metal on the roof. But they did a pretty good job of it. It's just old. Alright, let's continue. Alright, there was nothing in that one. And that's not gold. It looks like gold. I mean, that could be. Well, actually, I think that is. Yeah, it's staying there. So we got one little speck. So there is gold in that one. Now I'm going to take a sample out of the hole we're digging in and see if it has more gold. All right, we're back in the hole. It's getting kind of dangerous in here. But the biggest nugget we got out of here was down in there. So I'll try to take a sample from down in there a little bit. But yeah, that's a giant boulder right there. And in this area right here, I've heard over the years, many years, when you reach those big boulders, that's when you start finding nuggets. And we found a bigger piece, not a nugget, but barely under picker, but our biggest piece of the day. And if I remember, I'll show you guys that piece. So yeah, let's do a sample out of there, see what happens. All right, we got our sample. Let's go. Here's the hike I have to do just to do the sample. It's just a tiny hike, but there's the river. See that rock across the river? I like to sit on that one. Because I don't like bending over and panning. Pain in the butt. Just cross the river single-handedly. Because I have using one hand to film, and one hand to carry my pen. Hopefully we don't get swept away. Let's do it. Oh, we're fighting it. Oh no, up to the knees. I'm pushing. I'm pushing back. Trying to make me go away. But we made it. We made it. And there's my rock I'm going to sit on. All right, I can't pan and film at the same time, so I'll pan it out and show you guys if we get anything. I left that other speck in there, so let's see if it stays. Well, we won't know if we get more gold though. We'll see. Okay, let me zoom in right now. And we have that piece. But remember I said I left a piece of gold in there? That's still the same piece. And there was none in the second pan. So maybe I should go back over and try a third pan back in the new hole and see if that pays out. If it does, next time I come here I might dig in that other hole instead of just digging in this hole. There's my sluice box. I know, let's go look in the sluice box. Then we can walk across the river. So if anything happens, you guys will see it live. Oh wait, my phone will be gone probably if I fall. I'm not holding it very well. But we know there's gold in this one. Jeez, it's kind of rough right here. Take baby steps, baby steps. Creep my way across. It's still heavy enough to keep my... so I don't float away. Oh, the leaves are collecting up. Alright. This one you can see the gold right away, see? Little pieces all over. And that came out of the same hole. That leaf needs to get out of there, actually. Let's clear the leaves. Leaves are bad today. And there's that piece there. Obviously gold. You can just see how yellow it is. You got all these pieces down here. And even a piece, that might not be gold. See how white it looks? But all that is. Anyways, not much, but that's gold. All right, let's do another sample. I'll just show you the results. All right, here's the piece, the bigger piece. Oh, is there 2 pieces in there?
Yeah, there's a few pieces there. 2 big pieces and
yeah,
some...
2 big pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. So that's a pretty good sized piece. Anyways, I just wanted to show that. It's Pablo. There's his tattoos on his hands.
All right, man, let's do it.
That's it. Alrighty. Yeah, that one didn't have anything in it. Just nothing. So out of 3 pounds, we got 1 speck. Not very good. Although if I panned in our original hole, I'm sure we could get more. Or the other hole. But that's just how the gold is right around here. You only get, like, you do 5 buckets and get 1 speck. You can do 5 buckets and get 2 specks. But you'll never get like 10 specks in 1 bucket. So I think that's it. I'll do a wrap up or something else on the way home. They're cleaning out the sluice boxes right now. All right, wrap up time. We went up there to look for a spot for gold because James wanted to start all over. Like, I already did that. But we did find gold, so I don't like the hole, actually. It didn't produce enough gold for me to go dig there. But if I wanted to go dig gold, have an easy day, just a nice day on the river, and just see some color, I would go back there for sure. And maybe we will. I feel like if I would have stayed there for about like 3 or 4 days, I could probably get down to some real good gold. We reached a real big boulder, and for years I've heard and I've known that once you get down to those big boulders, you have a good chance of getting bigger gold, like nuggets. I actually seen people do that before. You get like 3 nuggets, you know, like gram nuggets, you know, just down in. You get down to the big boulders, but you have to dig like around 3 of those big boulders to possibly even see 1 maybe. But if you've been following my channel, you know this used to be a garden with pumpkins and stuff. They're gone now. I got fed up with that gopher, and now, oh, I had 1 plant left over here. Oh, there it is, look. He chopped it off. That's a milkweed I planted for the butterflies. And there's where he was digging. You can see the fresh dig. This was right here. So annoying. But yeah, I'm gonna take all the food away and see if he stops coming here. The only thing left after that is to kill him, but I don't want to kill him really. Yeah, so I might have to though. He's pissing me off. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. That was beautiful up there. It feels, I don't know, when you're in the city and then all of a sudden you go out into the mountains, something changes in your mind or something, and it just feels different, and it's like, feels good. It doesn't even feel that good. It's just like, I don't know, it's just different. It's nice to have change, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, go check out Metal Detecting Ninja. Metal Detecting Ninja. Metal Detecting Ninja. And so give him a subscribe. He's really doing good. He did that ring return, and I don't know if the video's out yet, but he's working on that right now, so you'll be able to check it out when it comes out. Pretty cool story we got there. I call it we because I'm in the story. So I found the ring, he returned it. It's a teamwork, team effort thing we did. I ended up giving him the ring, See, the gopher did that. So, he goes, oh, it's too hot. I'm going to drop that one. The jalapeno. Gopher, man. Joke's on him. I should plant a bunch of stuff he doesn't like. Because I already looked it up. There is stuff they don't like. I think I might do that. And he'll come in here and he'll start digging up my plants and go, oh, that's gross. And he'll bell. Nothing good here anymore. But yeah, I just want to plant all flowers next year. And spring's coming. Christmas isn't even here yet, and I'm already planning for spring. And I'm going to say bye one more time, and this time I mean it. Bye.